REST parameters. Technically, so REST parameters are new into ES6, are new into JavaScript, from ES6, ES5 actually. REST parameters are new into JavaScript from version ES5. That is the JavaScript version actually. And important, REST parameter allows to pass multiple actual values into a formal parameter, into a single formal parameter. So REST parameters usually allow to pass multiple actual values into a single formal parameter. That is the purpose of REST parameter. For example, in this we have function and print collection. Here we are creating only one parameter called list, and it is a string type array. So usually array means it allows multiple. And if you are trying to pass multiple, there must be a reference for multiple. That is important. So we have a reference for multiple. Okay. But here remember, parameter, how many? Parameter is only one. But it is an array type parameter. So generally, how we call it? So we have a class demo. So public print method, and in that we are accessing print collection. This print collection should define value. That means we need to define a value into this print collection. Now, what is the value here? The value is, it is expecting an array value. Means how many parameters we can pass, how many actual values you can pass. Here you have to pass only one actual value because the parameter is only one. Suppose I will pass here as print collection string type. I am passing here. So into that a simple value like suppose TV, that is string. And when we pass this, it is not accepting because it is expecting an array. That means already yesterday we showed that we have to create an array. But our intention is we are defining values. For array. Array. Our intention is that all these parameters will be stored in one reference only. That means the formal parameter must allow multiple actual parameters to be stored inside it, so that with one parameter you can collect multiple values. So how to define a parameter so that it can collect those all values? So we can just represent the parameter by using three dots, dot. That is REST parameter. That means a REST parameter allows multiple actual values to be passed, multiple actual values to be passed, so that it can collect those values and it can store in the reference of single parameter. Reference of single parameter. So REST parameter allows to pass multiple actual values into a single formal parameter. You can simply say into single formal parameter. Into single formal parameter, right? So actually REST parameter is defined by using dot dot dot. So parameter name by using this syntax. And there are several rules about this REST parameter. What are the rules about REST parameter? Remember, every function can be defined with only one REST parameter. That means there cannot be multiple REST parameters. So suppose you write function and into that we are passing parameter 1 and another param2 parameter 2. So these are multiple REST parameters. So, and this is invalid. It's not valid. I told you yesterday that every function can have multiple array parameters, but a function can have only one REST parameter. There cannot be more than one REST parameter. Another important point is you can use other parameters with the REST parameter, but the point is the REST parameter must be the last parameter in formal list. That is very important. That means you cannot have multiple REST parameters. There cannot be multiple REST parameters. The point is, when you define parameters, there cannot be multiple parameters. Question is, why there cannot be multiple REST parameters? Because all the actual values that you are passing are represented with only one parameter. That means even if you define, multiple values that you are defining, all are sent into only one parameter. That means, so whatever you pass here, it will be in one parameter. In that case, there cannot be more than one REST parameter. There cannot be another REST parameter. So there can be only one REST parameter. Another important point, along with REST parameter, we can have other parameters. Other parameters like, suppose I am using, comma, I'm using comma, and I'm using here count. I'm using here count like this. Count is a number type. I'm using count as a number type. You can see here, the point is we can have another parameter. We can have another parameter along with REST parameter. But what is the rule? The rule is nothing but you can use other parameter with REST parameter, but REST parameter must be the last. That means this REST parameter must be the last parameter. It cannot be before. Observe once now. When you go to the error, it says that a REST parameter must be last in a parameter list. So in the formal parameters, REST parameter must be the last parameter.